Hi, my name is Mary. Today FM plays the best music in Labasa. Today FM rocks.
My name is Thomas. I'm here in Nakasi and I like to listen to Today FM because it rocks.
My name is Milenia. Today FM rocks here in Singatoka.
My name is Enrique and Today FM rocks here in Tavua.
My name is Mary Jane. I love listening to Today FM here in Ba. Today FM rocks.
My name is Ilay Tiambal and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks here in Usur.
Today's hit music.
In the news tonight, PM labels national budget as responsible, while opposition MPs reject budget. And crushing at Labasa mill expected to normalise.
From the studios of FBC Suba, Jackie Spate.
Resounding support from Prime Minister Voreqe Bainimarama as he fully endorsed the 2019-2020 national budget in Parliament today. Having earlier been taunted with having no impact on the Fijian economy, the PM says only those who have taken Fiji to the cleaners continue to turn a blind eye. Bainimarama reiterates the Fijian economy has continued to prosper because of sound financial policies by the government, which celebrates its 10th consecutive year of growth. Maggie Boyle reports.
To top it all off, when asked whether he had an economic plan of his own to present as an alternative, he said that he had none. Very poor. This, Mr. Speaker, coming from Mr. Collapse himself, the very man at the helm when the National Bank of Fiji collapsed.
It was trading names and revisiting tainted legacies. The budget response by the Prime Minister also thrown in humour for good measure.
I'm very concerned that the Honourable Rote Umukepa has no boom packed in front of him. Don't put it under the table, keep it on top.
Top of the agenda, though, was reaffirming the budget's sound policies that make it responsible and lean on big spends.
The 2019-2020 national budget is strong. This budget is responsible. As I've said, it will streamline our businesses and build confidence.
The Prime Minister also refuting claims by opposition members who have questioned Fiji's economic progress.
We look back over the past 10 years of budget rejections by the opposition, Honourable Speaker. We can see that they have been proven wrong, and wrong, and wrong again.
As for the Bainimarama boom, in addition to making for an interesting prop on one side of the House, the Prime Minister notes that this is a testament to every Fijian's hard work. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
Opposition leader Sitiveni Rambuka has labelled the national budget as one that lacks depth and vision for the future of Fijians. Rambuka claims the budget will hurt the poor more and scathingly stated that it will benefit only a few. Kelly Vavala reports.
The opposition says the latest budget lacks certain policies and service delivery.
There will be more abuse of funds, corruption and mismanagement of public funds, because very little attention has been given to the recommendations of the Office of the Auditor General, an office under your own government machinery. The confidence of the private sector will continue to erode because of inconsistency of policy and lack of stability in the nation.
Rambuka says the claim of a Bainimarama boom in the last 12 years is overstated and misleading.
In my view, sir, the Bainimarama government has brought more hardship to the people of Fiji than prosperity. Only a select few are better off than the majority of our population.
He says the 2019-2020 national budget needs to be relooked at.
I am not confident and cannot trust the estimated net deficit of 2.7% of GDP in the 2019-20 budget estimate. And I believe it is grossly underestimated because there is a lot of inconsistency in the budget estimate and budget supplement.
Economy Minister Said Kayum will give his right of reply in Parliament this week. Kelly Vathala, FBC News.
Opposition Member of Parliament Moses Mbulitavu claims the national budget is irresponsible, which will constrain the government's service delivery. Mbulitavu claims the cut down in the allocations of various ministries will lead to more poor and incomplete services. Therefore, he doesn't support the budget. Kritika Kumar reports.
The opposition member today asked for a performance audit on the amount of money spent on tropical cyclone Winston rehabilitation program.
And we need to find out which business really benefited from what people at grassroots level call as a scam. People still have not rebuilt their homes. Some people still have not rebuilt their homes. Children are still in tent classrooms.
In response, Education Minister Rosie Akbar refuted claims by Buli Tavu.
I can assure the House that to date, since the beginning of the school year, we've had no child studying under a tent anywhere across the country. So it's a blatant lie. The intent behind that statement from Honorable Buli Tavu, I'm not sure, but it's of course there to mislead the people.
The government has spent over $200 million to rehabilitate all schools damaged by TC Winston. Akbar says a school-wide infrastructure audit has also begun. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
Meanwhile, opposition MP William Ngavoka also joined the chorus, claiming the budget focuses more on low-priority areas. Ngavoka highlighted some areas, claiming there are loopholes. Sainani Mboila reports.
Opposition MP William Ngavoka says the government should set its priorities right by addressing the needs of ordinary Fijians.
The $45 million spent on $1 for golf. And right next door, on the same peninsula, only 2 kilometers away, are the villages of Usama, who still don't have running water. And the same can be said for all the villages between Natandola and Yako.
Ngavoka also questioned the $18 million allocation to Fiji Airways for marketing purposes.
Honorable Speaker, Fiji Airways is $1 billion company. Why should the taxpayers of Fiji support the marketing of $1 billion company? Can someone explain that to me, please?
Meanwhile, Employment Minister says it's a well-thought-out budget which will enable all ministries to work accordingly.
This is a budget that is smart in its rational and clear in its setting of physical goals and achievable outputs and outcomes. Every dollar allocated is allocated with clear purpose and intent for its spending and identify benefits for all Fijians.
Kumar says the responsible allocations given to ministries will allow them to invest more in youth initiatives and also help in the enhancement of all sectors for economic growth. Sainiani Mboila, FBC News.
The Education Ministry has made significant progress in the past 5 years. Minister Rosie Akbar says they've seen a huge increase in number of students getting enrolled in schools after the introduction of the free education scheme. Akbar says there are over 13,500 teachers in the system, an increase of 30%. The minister also highlighted the number of tertiary students increasing from 5,940 in 2014 to over 25,400 this year. However, the ministry is concerned with the abuse of students' e-transport cards.
The Ministry and Vodafone deal with 1,000 e-tickets being lost a week, or 42,000 tickets in an academic year being lost. The total number of students benefiting from the transport assistance is well over 100,000, yet we have to replace 42,000 e-tickets a year. The policy of free replacements was changed last year to one replacement at no cost, and after that, the parent has to pay $5. How much time and money does this waste replacing 1,000 e-tickets a week?
The Fiji Sugar Corporation remains hopeful crushing at the Labasa mill will normalise from this week as cane supply improves. The FSC says 56 lorries supplied cane to the mill yesterday, and cane supply is getting better. The mill crushed close to 1,000 tonnes of cane yesterday and is expected to crush another 1,600 tonnes today. It says around 10 mechanical harvesters were operating yesterday, and today that number has increased to 14. The FSC says these figures indicate that harvesting and crushing will normalise this week. After a delay of 1 week, crushing at the Labasa mill started on a slow scale last Wednesday. The farmers claimed they were unable to prepare for the crushing due to the delay in cane payment, while the Cane Lorry Association was not happy with the weight restrictions that came into effect. Despite the low cane supply, crushing went ahead as scheduled last Wednesday. Still to come, Argentinian investors take interest in Fiji. A new ship to improve services to Lao Group. Details after the break.
Nambula FM, nambandua nasere.
Hoya ubashitsai so Labasa
Yang do talita ina warong ng Bula FM number 2 na sere.
Guya do tumeli ako na tao no hinga toka. Talita kina na warong ng Bula FM number 2 na sere.
Wana tuma ng Bula FM number 2 na sere number 1.
Na event go fane na tao.
A 3-year-old boy has drowned. The tragic incident occurred at Sinai Settlement in Senganga on Saturday evening. Police report the victim was with a grandparent and was later found lying motionless near a river about 200 meters away from their home. An investigation is underway to ascertain the circumstances surrounding the child's death. The drowning death toll currently stands at 14 compared to 18 for the same period last year. Good news for businesses in Fiji as more investors from Argentina are looking to bring more projects into the country. This comes after their Chamber of Commerce of Trade and Technical Mission to Fiji is looking to tap into new opportunities to expand Fiji's exports, both in goods and services. Lena Reese reports.
The team from South America is in the country for a week to explore areas to invest in.
Delegates that are here from the Chamber of Commerce have expertise in medicine and medical tourism, which is very exciting, also in agriculture, as well as areas such as cosmetics. There's a lady here that heads a cosmetic company in South America, and there's also, I think, interest in manufacturing. So there's a diverse range of delegates that are here, or businessmen that are here.
The Mercosur ASEAN Chamber of Commerce is hoping the opportunity to collaborate will help grow Fiji's reach in South America.
We are just thinking about the possibility of being more known in our region. In Argentina and Paraguay, the people think about tourism, and when you think about Pacific, they think, oh, Pacific is Hawaii or Bora Bora. But we need to put just Fiji in the middle.
The Ministry of Industry and Trade is aware of the tremendous opportunity for Fiji, having strong ties with the Mercosur and ASEAN regions, with more trade, investment and also tourism being explored and capitalized on. Lena Reese, FBC News.
Hours of travel from Suva to Laos will now be shortened following the new Lomaiviti Princess 7, which has been put in place to service the Lao Group. Gaunda Shipping Limited Executive Director George Gaunda says the new ship will help meet the growing demands from for Lao Islanders. Gaunda says the new Lomaiviti 7 is expected to begin its services next week. The Gaunda Shipping Limited is expecting 2 more ships soon.
We've put in a better ship in, very fast ship, so now the traveling time, I can say it'll be, instead from 10 hours, we're leaving Suva at around 6 in the afternoon, or we're going to leave at 10 o'clock at night. It'll take about 6.5 hour or 7 hour crossing up to SS Island. So between the islands up from Mola, Totoy and Matuku, it'll take roughly 3 hour crossing now, from 4.5 to 5 hours. So the time spent on board is shorter now.
And tonight, right here on FBC TV, Season 2 of locally produced food show Exotic Delights will begin airing. The half-an-hour program is hosted by renowned chef Lance Sito, who takes us on a journey to rediscover the food of life with a whole new world of flavors. The first season was successfully launched in November 2017. This show has been raising heads, and if you love yummy local food or even not, this is the show you will not want to miss. Season 1 has been licensed to broadcast by Maori TV New Zealand. And later in sports, with Jamie Laxity blamed for Nasinu's downfall in VPL match. But first, Rachel joins us for the latest in business.
Thanks, Jackie. Good evening, and coming up after the break. Global economic slowdown impacts the country. And in growing Fiji, multi-million-dollar FNU Labasa campus to open next year. Stay with us.
For the best classic hits, I only listen to Gold FM here in Singapore. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Seni Rawa. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Dino. I'm from Outrigger, Coral Coast, Singapore. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Salote. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, my name is Marida. Gold FM plays the best classics here in Outriga, Singatoka.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Leading business tonight, there have been a lot of instances where the world economy has slowed down. Reserve Bank Governor Arif Ali says the slowdown this time is impacting Fiji more than before as the economies of our major trading partners are affected. Kritika Kumar reports.
The tourism industry contributes to 1/3 of our economy, and if Australia, New Zealand and the US economies slow down, it will have a trickle-down effect on Fiji.
So sometimes the world economy slows down, it's because the US economy is not doing too well. But what helps us in Fiji is that the Australian and New Zealand economy tend to be strong. But in this case, in the more recent cases, the US economy is expected to slow down, the Australian and New Zealand economy is expected to slow down, and we rely a lot on tourism.
There is uncertainty in the market due to an escalation of trade disputes, an abrupt tightening of global financial conditions, and intensifying climate risks. The governor says apart from this, the oil prices are also going up.
Normally when world economy slows down, prices of crude tend to go down, and therefore it reduces the cost of businesses, cost of transportation. More recently, over the last 12 months, oil prices has been going up.
The International Monetary Fund is projecting there will be a slight rebound in the world economic growth next year, and the RBF says they are keeping a close watch on it. Global growth is expected to remain at 3% this year and in 2020. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
Gary from HFC Bank joins us tonight with the latest from the money market.
Let's review our local stock market for the last week. Trading was active on the SPX platform last week as a total of 109,443 shares exchanged hands in 148 transactions. The share price movements were as follows. Amalgamated Telecom Holding Limited shares recorded a growth of 0.31% and concluded the week at $3.28. Fiji Care Insurance Limited shares rose by 15 cents and ended the week at $2. Toyota Soshu South Sea Limited shares increased by 14.5% and ended the week at $11.45. Fijian Holdings Limited was the only share which recorded a downward movement of 0.53% and ended the week at $1.89. However, Fijian Holdings Limited dominated the trading statistics with over 82.7% for volume traded and over 63% for the consideration amount. The large volumes of trades are attributed to the trading of FHL's dividend reinvestment transactions. Following the various share price movements, the overall market capitalization increased by 2.08% and ended the week at $3.65 billion. That's a wrap from our local stock market. Vinaka.
Thanks, Gary. On to today's exchange rates as it was set this morning. The foreign exchange market saw some interesting movement from the weekend with our dollar making some good gains. The Fiji dollar held its ground against the Chinese yuan, the US greenback, the PNG kina and the Japanese yen, but there were slight slips against our trading partners, the Aussie and Kiwi dollar as well as the euro. Onto the commodities market, oil prices were up past $52 per barrel. Gold went down by $10 to close at $1,338 per ounce, and silver followed suit at $14.83 per ounce. And in Going Fiji tonight, the Fiji National University's multi-million-dollar Labasa campus will open next year. This campus will offer majority of the courses, and the students from the north will no longer have to stay in Suva for tertiary qualifications. This new campus will be a game changer, says the FNU Vice Chancellor Nigel Healy.
That's a major new build on a greenfield site next to Damata City, which is also going up in Labasa. And we think that that campus, which is a $35 million project in the first phase, which will be complete for the start of semester 1 next year, we think that taken together with the Damata City complex will be a game changer in Labasa in terms of bringing about an economic revival of the city and attracting people and students.
And that's a wrap on the business desk for tonight. Jamie's up next with sports.
Thank you, Rachel, and good evening. Up ahead in sports, wingers selection, a headache for Mbati coach, and Olympic Games qualification next for Fijiana. This and more coming up.
Hi, I'm Jyotishma. I'm from Singatoka. I love listening to Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM is #1.
I'm Charlene Robert. Mirchi FM rocks in Labasa.
I'm Soname Nasori Jackson. Mirchi FM is hot.
My name is Raymond Dutt. I'm in Baba Singh Alliance. Mirchi FM is hot in Labasa.
I'm Pritika from Jax Nasori. I love listening to Mirchi FM here in Nasori. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Vodafone Fiji Mbati coach Brandon Costin will need to make some tough decisions when naming his starting team against Lebanon this week. 3 of the NRL's top wingers have been included in the Mbati squad preparing to take on Lebanon. Aquila Dama with more.
Maika Sibo from the Eels and Dragons flyer Mikaele Rapalawa along with Melbourne Storm Suliasi Vunivalu will battle for the 2 wingers spot, but experience may count.
You know, like Suli's got the experience, so you want to go with experience. And yet Micah's scored 9 tries in 8 games. So it's probably a really good headache to have. In Fiji, you know, we're renowned for having really good wingers. So we're going to have to see what we can do there and how we can fit our best 17 players positionally.
Sibo is the current leading try scorer in NRL with 12 tries in 13 games, while Ravalawa has 7 in 12 outings and Vunivalu has scored 6 in 12 matches for the Storm. The centres are the other positions Costin is finding difficulty in selecting.
Tane Milne's playing with the Warriors, Isaac Lumalu, is playing with Cronulla, Marcel Montoya is playing with the Bulldogs. There's a few guys putting their hand up there. Like you said, we've got 3 wingers that need to fit into the side somewhere too. So, you know, we're looking at which of those wingers could probably slot into the centres. As yet, still debating, still trying to find the best combination for Lebanon.
Rugby League officials are set to meet with the Fiji Association of Sports and National Olympic Committee tomorrow to address financial concerns ahead of the Pacific Games. Fasanok wants to confirm with the league officials that all required payments for the games have been made. Apanisa Wangai Randobo reports.
They met all the criteria and they've paid levies. Now whether they paid the full levy, that will be looked at tomorrow. But in terms of volleyball, they didn't pay any levy. That's the difference in this situation.
Team Fiji chef de mission Patrick Bauer has called for an assembly later this weekend to remind 460 athletes and team officials of the team values.
We really are looking at how we can come together as a family and move off as a team. In the past we've gone off as a team, but we really need to re-emphasize what is our culture. So we have 20 days to go.
The 2019 Pacific Games will be held in Samoa from the 7th to the 20th of next month. Apinisa Wangrandobu, FBC Sports.
The Fiji Airways Fijiana side beat England 27-10 to win the Biarritz Challenge Trophy final in France this morning. While the New-Look team is pleased with the improved performance, their next target is Olympic qualification.
Meanwhile, the Fijiana is yet to qualify for the 2020 Olympic Games in Rio next year. They will now aim to win the regional qualifier for Oceania later in November this year. Aquila Dama, FBC Sports.
Pacific Sprint King Banube Tambakaudoro hopes to set a new record at this year's Pacific Games. Speaking to FBC Sports, Banube says he's working hard to improve his personal best and hopes to bring back another gold medal from Samoa. Apanisa Wangai Randobu reports.
Reigning Sprint King Banube Tambakaudoro says the young athletes in the Fiji team are coping well in training with the Pacific Games just weeks away.
They're actually doing very well. We've got a couple of athletes that competed at the Coca-Cola Games, and with ongoing issues about other athletes that couldn't make it. It was just unfortunate that the Coca-Cola Games wasn't a standard qualification round for the South Pacific Games. But Other than that, the other athletes are doing really well.
With Fiji being well represented on the tracks, the expectation is also high for the Fiji women's basketball.
We're quite confident with the current pool of players that we have selected that we will be able to retain the gold in Samoa.
The 2019 Pacific Games will be played in Apia, Samoa from the 7th to the 20th of next month. Apinisa Wangrendobu, FBC Sports.
Team Fiji Athletics Sectional Manager Joseph Roden Jr. says he has high hopes for Petero Vetangomaki. While there was a lot of talk regarding Vetangomaki's spot in the Pacific Games team following the Coke Games, Roden has set the record straight. Faria Begum with more.
Questions raised on Petero Vetangomaki's qualification is unjustified, says Team Fiji Athletics Sectional Manager.
Petero Vetangomaki is not a 1500-meter runner or a 3000-meter runner. It was basically a strategy by the schools to try and get more medals. Had he been put in his two events, he definitely would have won both gold medals for Maris in the 4 and the 1000 and the 800 meters. In terms of the 5, he's not a 1500-meter runner. He's actually, like I said, he's ranked #1 in the region in the 800, and he's qualified under A grade. So there's no doubt.
The 19-year-old continues to train for the Pacific Games and has thanked his supporters.
I would like to thank my family, friends, and everyone who helped me prepare for my journey to the Pacific Games.
The Pacific Games will be held from the 7th to the 20th of next month in Apia, Samoa. Faria Begum, FBC Sports.
Fiji-born Crusaders wing Sevu Rees is currently the top try scorer in the Super Rugby competition. Meanwhile, in Super Rugby matches this week, the Crusaders take on the Highlanders 7:35 p.m. Friday. The Jaguares meet the Chiefs in Argentina at 10:05 a.m. Saturday. The Hurricanes play the Bulls at 7:35 Saturday evening, while the Brumbies take on the Sharks in the last quarterfinal at 10:05 p.m. on Saturday in Canberra. Inconsistency played a major part in Nasinu's loss to Lautoka in the Vodafone Premier League match yesterday. In a high-scoring game, the Giant Killers went down to the Blues 4-3. Faria Begum has more.
This is Nasinu Football's 4th loss in the Vodafone Premier League this season.
Well, it was an open game. Both teams has had chances. We were out of the game in the first half, I would say. We started well, but we couldn't contain, and I would probably say there was a lot of laxity from our players. The attitude wasn't right, and the mood wasn't set probably.
Despite the win, Lautoka's interim coach Ritesh Chauhan has praised the Nasinu side for their performance. Chauhan believes his team needs to improve on some areas.
Every game that we play is a learning experience. Every day we wake up, we learn a new thing. We need to work on second man faces, obviously a bit on fitness, and there's so many other technical aspects to it that we have to note it down. I've got a good team behind me, and obviously we will work on. There's always a few things to work on every day. You cannot be the best, and you cannot know everything, you know.
This week, Labasa will take on Tavo at Gavi Park, while Rewa will play Nasinu at Ratu the Kambao Park in Nassori. Both matches will be played on Sunday at 3 p.m. Faria Begum, FBC Sports.
India continued their dominance over rivals Pakistan with a rain-affected 89-run victory at the Cricket World Cup. In today's play of the day, Fijiana winger Ana Maria Naimasi putting on the afterburners to score in their Trophy Challenge final against England at the Biarritz Sevens in France this morning. That's it from sports tonight. You can join Angie later on with weather and the new media. We take a look at some of the features of the new Samsung Galaxy Fit. Details coming up.
मैं नवनीत नंद नंबोलुम्बुआ से जैसे प्रेनी नोट मशहूर है वैसे रेडियो फीजी 2 भी सभी जगह मशहूर है। रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
सीमा नकाशी से मैं रेडियो फीजी 2 पसंद करती हूँ सुनने के लिए। रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
मैं हूँ अंकल किंग सिंगाटोका टाउन के टैक्सी ड्राइवर। जैसे रग्बी फेमस है वैसे रेडियो फीजी 2 फेमस है।
रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
In your media tonight, Samsung is ready to put up a fight for your attention. Its latest Galaxy Fit goes toe-to-toe with the Fitbit Inspire HR. It's weather time now with Angie.
Hello there and welcome to the Weather World. Welcome to yet another week. It mostly consisted of showers, something that added more to Monday blues for few areas. Conditions actually varied at places. In the west, humid sunny weather. What could possibly outbeat the sunshine here? Eastwards from Pakaba to Suva, gloomy and very cool. The evening we'll see some showers. And up north, more of the same sunny conditions. At sea, southeast winds 15 knots, moderate seas. For the tides, low tide at 12:47 a.m. and high tide at 6:58 a.m. Sunrise at 6:36. For tomorrow, cool but gloomy conditions are destined, but we are more likely to see clear spells. Tomorrow's temps, majority centers will see high 20s. And looking further on to Wednesday, wonderful weather ahead, nothing of disappointment. Enjoy your week. And that's all from the FBC Weather World. Jackie.
Thanks so much for that, Angie. In Fiji and Pulse tonight, we asked, should the municipal councils take a lead role in the capturing of stray dogs?
If they do their part as the municipal council, then it will reduce the problems in town with the stray dogs and increase the safety in town.
Yes, I think it's the municipal council to look after our towns and also everyone's responsibility to look after the stray animals.
Of course, yes, yeah, why not? It's the safety of the kids mostly.
For the safety of the people,
Yeah. Not put down, but alternative solutions should be thought.
If they are going around like one is beside us, it's very dangerous to those who are walking around.
They should capture all these stray dogs because it's dangerous for the kids and also the adults who might bite them.
Most people get hurt, even when I heard in the news, and also need some action to be taken.
In the world of the weird and wonderful, a video shows farm girl trying to pet pig only to be chased. Recapping the main stories for tonight. PM labels national budget as responsible, while opposition MPs reject budget. And crushing at Labasa mill expected to normalise. Now for these stories and others, tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. Our poll question segment last week we had asked, are we on the right track in banning single-use plastic? 61% said yes. This week we're asking, should municipal councils take a lead role in capturing stray dogs? Visit our FBC website to answer. And our shot of the day, sent in by Ratumara Kenatale from Nandi. Absolutely gorgeous shot. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj, via Facebook page FBC News. Follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or hashtag FBC News. That was your FBC News for tonight. And the team and I stay safe, stay warm. Good night.
Bula, nevang gomal kay leloma, ngongai nakas untuk makarong ng Bula FM, nambang dua na sere.
Hoya ubasit sai Labasa, ya untuk talita na warong ng Bula FM, nambang dua na sere.
Gue ada tumeli, aku nak tahu no hinga toka, talita kina na warong ng Bula FM, nambang dua na sere.
Warong tunga ng Bula FM, nambang dua na sere nawaluan.
Nevang go fani na tahu no go singa toka, kita untuk talita kana Bula FM, nambang dua na sere.
Bula FM, nambang dua na sere.